My name is Natalie Gregorio. I am a senior at Valley View High School. I am a daughter, a sister, a granddaughter, a cousin, a niece, and a friend. But most importantly tonight, I am a survivor, a cancer survivor. In utero, I had a sacrococcygeal teratoma, which is a tumor on my sacrum and coccyx bone, and it caused nerve damage in my leg, caused nerve damage in my stomach, my bladder, and it pushed all of my organs up into my stomach because the tumor was inside and out. So that just left me with a lot of medical issues. When my mom got an ultrasound done here in Scranton, the doctor said that there was something different.
It was normal. It started out normal, you know, nothing different. They thought they saw some spots on her kidneys, so they sent us for a special ultrasound. And I'll never forget the doctor saying, we can't accommodate you here. Your child has this tumor, and we just can't accommodate you here. Like those words just never leave my mind. They sent us down to Philly to have all kinds of tests and MRIs, and the plan was to do fetal surgery on her. If she started, it was like a watch and wait. If she was going to go into a fetal hydrops, it's called, where she would just fill up with all fluid and around her heart and everything, and I mean, she would die. And actually, I would too. I would fill up with fluid myself. It's the mirror syndrome. So then they would decide to go in and do the fetal surgery and take her out and remove the tumor and then put her back in. But I didn't get to that point. I started having contractions, and I ended up giving birth here in Scranton.
My mom had a C-section because I was so big, so my mom didn't even get to see me when I was born. I got life-flighted to Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. I was 10 pounds when I was born from the tumor, and I was 7 weeks early.
She was born on Thursday. She had the surgery on Friday, and I got there Sunday. And they just wouldn't let me go, you know. So she had the surgery and everything before I got there. Well, it was about a 17-hour surgery to remove the teratoma, and she couldn't urinate. They had to make a vesicostomy for her. And little by little, you know, she started to lose the fluid, but she ended up being like this little tiny 4-pound baby.
When I was 16 months old, they saw that the tumor had come back, and at that point, they were bringing me into surgery to remove it, and the doctor said to my mom, it probably is not cancerous, but if it is, we're gonna go ahead and put the portacath in. And my mom and dad were getting updates from the nurses coming in and out. Oh, okay, she's doing good, this and that. And the nurse just came out and said to my mom, the doctor is putting the portacath in and she'll be out shortly. Well, that meant that I had cancer. So yeah, right then and there, my mom knew that it wasn't good.
And you think you're okay. I'll never forget saying, you know, taking her home, and we came from the neonatal unit, and, you know, her tumor, actually, the first one was benign, and I said, you know, oh wow, at least we're not there, and I pointed to the oncology unit, you know, and a year later, not even, and there we are, you know, there we were, like walking into the oncology unit. So, yeah, it's left her, yeah, I can't, I don't know.
It was the first tumor that left me with all of the problems. My right leg is paralyzed from the knee down. I have a drop foot. I have no movement up and down or side to side. Since the tumor was internal and external, it flattened my bowel. So I have a port in my stomach. That's been since I was 7, but before that, I had a belly button. But I had a vesicostomy right underneath my belly button, which would just flow waste whenever. So I had to be in diapers and pull-ups until I was 8. My doctor had to augment my bladder at the time in order to give me that vesicostomy. So I had 1 or 2 surgeries a month I had, and he would change the tube so it would fill up my bladder with water and it could learn how to hold more. So when he did that, he also put in the appendicovesicostomy, which is the one that I have right now.
She was getting urinary tract infections, so they had to, revise this vesicostomy that she had. So she had a couple other surgeries in between there.
I didn't want to be in diapers or pull-ups anymore. I felt like I was a baby. And I wanted to be a big girl and be able to wear underwear. And it was a lot for me to handle because I had to do it all on my own at school, so.
It's just hard. She's been cancer-free, but you're never cancer-free. The ripples are just endless.
I just felt like I had to grow up faster than all of my other friends and just be independent and be able to take care of myself. I had an aide in school, but they had no clue what it was. They didn't know what to do. They just kind of watched me do my thing, and I would show them and teach them if something ever did happen. But I've been doing it on my own since I was 5.
She missed so much of life, like just laying, and being in a bed, in a hospital bed, but when she was able to get up and do things, I mean, she's just so spirited, like she's just Natalie.
I had a lot of friends. I played sports. The only thing that was hard was I was just sick a lot.
If you look at her, you would never know, but it's an ongoing, everyday battle for her and for me emotionally, because I have to watch my child in pain all the time.
A lot of the kids made fun of me for being sick when I was younger, just because of the way I walked with my leg. And the tumor affected my left leg as well when I was younger. My foot was just turned out, so I had to wear braces on both of my legs. So it wasn't just one, so I walked very funny, and I was just so upset constantly coming home from school, coming off the playground crying because people would say stuff to me, and I would always ask my mom, why did this happen to me? What did you and Dad do wrong that I'm like this and nobody else in my school is like this? I was just like, you know what, that's ridiculous that they're making fun of somebody with a disability, and that's something that I can't help. So I just had to realize that it doesn't really matter what they say, it only matters what I think about myself. I don't know what's going on in their life, that if that's why they're being mean towards me, or so I just try to forgive and forget and realize that everybody has their problems they're going through.
I worry for her every day, like when she was growing up. I just still do the same thing to this day, and I can't help it as a mom. And I'm a girl, and I mean, I know what it's like, and I know how the world is, and how it's all, about how we look, and it's out there, And my heart breaks sometimes. I mean, she's a beautiful girl, but I see, I see the scars on the inside, and I see the pain, and I see what she goes through, and
46 surgeries I had, or I've been under anesthesia, just to kind of tweak everything. When something new would come out, oh, we can try this, we can do this, and we gotta tweak this a little bit so it can work this way, it could be better for her that way. It's a lot easier to tell people now, because even when I was younger, I was embarrassed. Anymore, I just don't even care telling anybody anything that's wrong with me, because it's my life. I'm not gonna hide it.
She wakes up every morning in pain. I mean, that should not be a child's life, to have pains in their back, in their stomach, and migraine headaches and all this stuff. Like, that is her life, and she has to deal with that every day. People always say, they understand, and they want to, they're trying to help you, but like, until they're in that situation with their child, they almost don't understand.
I hope one day that I can be as good of a mom as she is. I really do. she has an older child who is normal, basically, and then me, who is sick a lot and has to put all of her attention on. My mom balances it out with me and my sister. I'm happy that she does that, because I don't want my sister to feel left out or pushed aside.
I'm proud of her because I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I mean, as an adult, if I had her life, I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could handle it.
There's days where I just get so upset and I'm like, I can't deal with this anymore. It's too much for me. And no, there's people who have it a lot worse than me, and I just need to deal with it and live my life, live the life that I was given, and don't wish for someone else's. It's gonna sound bad, but I would rather have passed away from it than have somebody else pass away from it. I would rather them live my life and be able to live their life. Everyone gets mad at me when I say that. They're like, why do you say that? They're like, I can't believe that you would even think that. But I would rather take that from them and sacrifice my life for them. And I feel like by telling my story, I can help so many other people that I don't know that they're going through the same thing as me, or if they lost somebody from the disease and wants to do what I want to do, is just to find an end, find a cure for this. And the only way it gets better is if you make it better. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that more and more. When I was younger, I wouldn't even want to talk about having cancer. I would be so upset and so angry about it. But now I like sharing my story, and I like hearing other stories of cancer survivors, and knowing that I'm not alone, that helps me a lot too. If I put my mind to something, I can do it. And that's exactly what I want to show everybody, that regardless of your disability, you can do whatever you set your mind to, your heart to. Don't let the disease knock you down. You have to let it build you up and prove people wrong that, yeah, cancer is a terrible thing, but look at what it's done for me, and look at how strong of a person you are. And you can't go on hating life and being upset that you had cancer. You have to go on loving life and embracing that you're here living.
She shines and she shows that proud, courageous person who's overcome adversity, and that's my girl.
I mean, that's how I get through the days. It's just trying to stay positive and realize that I'm like this for a reason, and I was given a second chance at life for something. And I'm gonna prove that to everybody.
I wanted to let you know how proud I am to be associated with such wonderful people, including all the coaches, teachers, students, parents, family, and friends, and countless volunteers to make an event like this possible. Someday I hope to come back to Valley View and be a part of this celebration, that the cure has been found due to the efforts of armies and people like you. God bless you all, and thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.